Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to task Talkmaster. No, it's time to talk Taskmaster. And the newest series 14. It's been excellent so far. 3 banger episodes right off the top. Really fun cast, and really good mix of quite familiar names and people who aren't just new to me, but seem to be new to a lot of the UK public as well. So I don't feel like I'm left behind or out of the loop here, but really digging the energy of the cast. Yeah, it's a cool mix. The teams are, especially the team of Dara, Fern, and John, is just pure chaos. Especially with the task from last week, where John secretly had to sabotage the task. That was brilliant. I love that they're borrowing ideas from spin-offs. That idea, I think, is originally from Taskmaster New Zealand. I don't recall it from any early series of Taskmaster. I may be wrong on the dates, but I dig that. I like that the show is still innovating and trying new things, keeping the contestants on their toes. We haven't done any tasks lately that are just for a single competitor, but who knows? Maybe we'll get one this season. You just never know with the way Alex Horne's mind works. So be ready for anything. And mostly be ready for fun. I think this is going to be another great episode. No reason to talk anymore, so let's jump right into it. This is episode 4 of series 14 of Taskmaster.
Hi, I'm Greg Davies. Welcome to Taskmaster.
Hi, Greg.
What is potential? We all have potential. We can all unlock. With the exception, it seems, of most of the following people. Dara O Briain, Fern Brady, Kearns, Munya Chawawa, and Sarah Millican. And now for a man who was once chased and bitten by a peacock in an instant he refers to as the day I lost my children's respect. It's...
Gloveless fingers.
It's a good job I can't roundhouse anymore.
More?
You asked them to bring in the greatest addition to a garden.
I brought in a maze.
Here's his maze.
Yep.
Scale?
Oh, big maze.
Is it just a picture?
Have you brought in a maze?
Well, I didn't bring in a maze, no. I brought in the Leylandi plant.
Yes.
You love a maze?
I do love a maze, yeah.
He loves a maze.
Yeah, and I'd be as impressed if you'd brought in a stone and said, this is a potential pyramid. I mean, it's weak. Guy's a fool.
John.
The complete works of Shakespeare.
Oh, hang on, John, you're back in the game.
Here it is.
Why?
Well, I use a heavy book every single time I'm in the garden to keep my magnum wrapper from flying away.
Nice.
Oh, I think he'd be mortified.
Shakespeare never tried a magnum.
It's a thermometer that also proves that I was an advertising model in 1920s France.
What?
So there's a whole second career for you.
I was quite the character.
Olive oil, I presume.
I don't know. I just did the gig. Incredible.
So mine is a pizza oven. It's a fancy one.
I've got a pizza oven as well, and I started the fire inside it. Munya, can you beat any of these?
I can G-Wagon. So...
I
G-Wagon?
don't mind G-Wagon.
Okay.
Make a note.
I brought in the bird that changed my life. There was a lack of wildlife in Norwich, so I started to get very homesick until I met Smooth Rupert. Okay? Now, Smooth Rupert is a black bird who would fly into my garden. He was the bird equivalent of Snoop Dogg. I did bring in a reincarnation of Smooth Rupert as I remember him.
What are you on about?
Big sales pitch. let down on the actual prize.
Blackbird, you mean I'm going to call that Smooth Rupert?
So you've never looked out the window and seen a pigeon and gone, that's an aggressive Dylan?
He won me back a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me give some points.
1 point to Fern.
2 points to Smooth Rupert, and against all odds, I'm going to give it 5 points.
There we go. 5 points to Sarah Millican.
This is the one time John should have brought in a book. What do we have here? I'm intrigued. The bubble is a great addition to the Taskmaster house, by the way. Love the geodesic dome.
I didn't know you could get pens that clip together like that. I'm 46 and I've never wanted something more in my life.
Oh, turn on the bubble machine.
You may not step off or move the doormat.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
Turn on the bubble machine?
Like mechanically or sexually?
Okay. It's an odd task.
I'm missing the thing that turns on the bubble machine. It's underneath something. Ooh. Right.
Oh. Oh, there's your batteries. Okay.
What's happening with 2 batteries? How do the batteries operate? They
Look
don't
down. What does it say on the license plate? Look down. Ah! Oh, it's a grabber. It's a grabber.
Ooh.
There's only 2 batteries.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's cruel. That's not going to be
So there's more batteries somewhere else. Look down.
That doesn't sound right.
What if we bought other batteries under the car?
It did say look down on the car.
Fuck's sake.
There's batteries in the frickin' flashlight. God damn! Okay. Okay, so that's how you do it.
I'll stop the clock.
Do you know the last thing that my wife said to me before I came to Taskmaster today? Always check under the table.
Oh no!
So you didn't heed your wife's advice.
I did not. No.
You look like you're having a great time to meet her.
Oh, those are fun. Yeah.
What the hell am I going to do? Whoa, how'd you make it go all stiff?
Practice.
Does it need batteries? Does it need to be plugged in? Hey. Can't step off the doormat.
Come on, John, look down!
Doesn't make any sense.
Why is there a dressing gown? It's got something in the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not going to work, is it?
Yes. No fool.
John! Oh my God, John!
I need to make a screwdriver to get one out of the car.
Well, these three are doing much more poorly.
Why have you given me this?
John!
What am I missing? There's something on the floor. Oh my God, I found it! Oh, I hate you all.
Oh,
Yes! I've stopped the clock.
I feel like their times are more. I think Dara's won this because there's no way. What? Did John break it?
Oh, hang on.
John, you seem to struggle to see the batteries a lot of the time.
And also, John insisted for 5 minutes that the machine was on before doing anything. 5 minutes.
No.
It technically was on. It was off. But it was on.
John took 10 minutes 45. Munya, 11 minutes 41.
Wait, to John beat me?
Yeah.
Then it's Fern with 7 minutes 40. Now we
Oh,
know Dara
Sarah.
took 6 minutes 35. Sarah took 6 minutes 16, so she gets the 5 points.
Oh. Because she found the proper solution.
Well, I'm afraid this one is actually tarpaulin.
It's bad. Okay. There's a tarp. There's containers.
Come on now.
Get this tarpaulin completely in one of the containers.
select your container before touching the tarpaulin.
Also, you must tidy everything up within those 5 minutes.
Smallest container successfully filled wins.
Could I fit the tarpaulin in the bread box? I bet I can get it in the little waste bin. I could definitely get it in the laundry hamper or the bin liner. I'm using British terms here just to help you guys out.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do smaller than that. I'm a good packer. I think I'd go for the red waste bin.
I'm going to pick this.
Okay.
I'm going to pick...
Munya's?
4 seconds.
Come on, John.
Which container?
John!
the green bin.
Oh, chicken move. Chicken move. You can take the balloons out. You just have to fit the tarp in. Does a tarpaulin become a tarp in the UK as well? Because they're definitely tarps here.
It's insane.
Oh, there's a snake.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you could, please.
What is up with the snake? Why the snake?
Didn't say it had to shut.
Just sit on it. Yeah. Okay.
That is exactly the right size.
What was up with the snake?
It's your time up.
I'm
Good
so
work, Sarah.
confused about the snake.
I'm waiting
What's
for the bit that went
about?
wrong.
Did it say all containers?
You folded it nicely, and you put it in the container that you've chosen, and you subsequently tied it up really well. You're watching Taskmaster.
Folding and tidying, what's not to like?
Yeah.
Dara, do you enjoy folding something away really efficiently?
Yeah, but I wouldn't televise it most of the time.
Don't forget, for those people who are thinking of turning off, we've still got Bread Bin Boy to come. Just enough time for you to work out how to turn down your partner's advances later on. Any suggestions, Alex?
Well, I usually just pretend to be very, very sad.
See you.
Does the lid off of Darren's barrel disqualify him?
How much is in here?
What? Come on, John. Time limit.
Do you not like tidying?
No, it's boring.
What do they do for bed sheets?
They fold them. Well, I mean, you got a big enough container. It shouldn't... Well, oh my God, John. There should be such...
There's a snake! Is it real?
No.
What the?
Is it just to startle them?
Do you want me to get it?
No.
Okay.
Oh no!
There's
Look at all
millions of
spoons.
marbles and...
Oh dear God. I think if you had perfectly folded the tarp, you might have a chance of getting it into the red waste basket. But the bread bin is too small.
15 seconds.
The laundry hamper is probably the
How
safe
many
bet.
minutes?
John, I can't believe you screwed this up.
How do people get bodies in these? It's so hard.
Dear God, John. You had the easiest task. There's a lot of failure here.
Because they made out I really had to tidy up the spoons and marbles.
You did, that was part of the task.
No, I was like, someone from the crew can do that. Come on.
You discovered there were balloons there. You took them all out, and then you held them for some time.
Yeah, you stood still for 80 seconds, John.
Yeah.
So I was thinking when I open the bread bin, it's just going to be like a sewer. So I'm going to open. That didn't happen.
God, I never thought I would long to hear Smooth Rupert come back. Right, 1 point to Munya.
Okay.
Who got the next amount of tarpaulin in?
John Kearns.
John Kearns, 2 points to him.
Wow.
The Queen, and the only one who really deserves any points, Sarah Millican.
That was appropriate scoring.
Maybe have just
Although
one more, please.
I might have given John and Munya 0 because they failed to get the tarpaulin in their container.
John.
That blazer.
Write down 5 wonderful words.
You have 1 minute. Your time starts now.
5 wonderful words. Mellifluous might be my favorite word. Prestidigitation.
Loquaciously.
Okay, part 2.
Euphoria.
What's part 2?
Sex.
I panicked.
Write a classic song. Oh, Jesus.
You must write lyrics for a piece of classical music.
Your lyrics must contain your 5 wonderful words.
Do they all get the same piece of music?
That was a banger. Yeah. Pop the next one on.
Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky.
No,
No?
it's too British.
No, it's not.
You're not writing lyrics to that, though.
No?
Well, if he didn't.
What's it called?
So this is the tidying up episode and the writing lyrics episode. Satsuma Pajamas, Lance, Fantastic.
I found a naughty Satsuma in my fantastic curry. And moan. Hello?
John, this might seem over the top, but I think that what we've just seen is the best thing you're ever going to do.
Maybe not an overstatement.
Fern Brady.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Dilapidated, imbecile, obsequious, serendipitous, sick.
Who will become the house's queen? It is me, Fern Brady, I'm the rightful queen. Dilapidated house filled with mystery, weaver bloody knows what we will see. And the task was serendipitous, they were gifts to the taskmistress. All the other contestants, they were bootlicking sycophants. Dara's a big bold imbecile, Mr. Kearns is a sickwish chat, and Sarah and Munya are losers, and a stamp on their toes.
Bang!
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece, wasn't it?
Yeah. I wasn't aware we were allowed to write a diss track.
She really took you all down.
Really shades.
I don't know what my word means.
You were obsequious.
Obsequious, yeah.
You're a
Oh,
suck
that
up.
you suck up to people, and you really don't. I mean, he does. He doesn't.
Dara, you're not obsequious.
Thanks, Greg.
Bliss.
What was happening before the break, young Alex?
Classical music, Greg, so I suppose you really should have said welcome Bach. It's Sarah Millican.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
I'm not watching.
Greenery biscuit, toadstool, bralette, catnip. What's a bralette?
I'm inside in a bralette, which is a comfier bra. Less scaffolding. With my cat who is fighting catnip. Biscuits are mine. Catnip too. Oh, look, there are crumbs in my bralette. I was in a relationship with somebody who always said, don't sing, it sounds awful. And I didn't sing for years, and that was probably the most horrific thing I've ever done in my whole life.
Who was it who said that you sang awful at singing?
Ex-partner.
Oh, fuck you, ex-partner.
Oh.
Now my life can begin again!
I'm totally with Sarah. Doing a musical task would be the one thing that would be terrible for me on Taskmaster.
I know what a bralette is. Have a look. This is going to be an absolute stinker to judge. Who's next?
Now it's Dara O Briain.
Defenestration, fandango, gyrus.
Do you know my greatest fear of all the fears? My greatest fear is to be the victim of defenestration. That fear might seem nebulous, mysterious, fantabulous. They used to do it in Prague a lot in olden times, political plots. But listen now, I'll tell you how it happened to me. I once met a man in Spain who said to me to do a dance. Senor, do the fandango, or the window you will go. I said, no, I will not go out the window, no, no, no.
He just did a classical song about the defenestration of Prague.
It would have been nice to have had more of your face in the video.
It's based on a real event where
The defenestration of Prague.
He said, I'll throw you out a window.
Where did you
The
meet this man?
defenestration of Dara.
Of course, I don't want telling you that. Yeah. I'm secret.
Munya Chawawa.
Goodness
Loquacious,
gracious.
jovial,
Big brows in the
emphatic,
mansion
youthful
spacious. Got a push
sex.
ting and her back's bodacious. Never talk slow, she's so loquacious. Real fanatic. Go to the gym, but I'm still an asthmatic. Crowd goes wild, emphatic. I'm like Greg, but I rap faster. And when he raises his specs, that can only mean one thing. Sex.
I think it's the most middle-class rap I've ever heard in my life. What was it about?
We were freestyling, 8 miling.
Yeah.
Real Prague smiling. We were.
Yeah, sorry, man. I don't think you heard my question. What was it about? Dara and Munya, 2 points.
Okay.
Each. 5 points goes to Sarah Millican.
Pity points a little, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Fuck you, ex-partner. Is this
Dara
egg and
Briain,
spoon?
please.
Throw your egg and your spoon the same distance. If either your egg or spoon fall off the nappet,
The Nappet.
You are
The Jessica
disqualified.
Nappet.
if your egg doesn't break, your distance is halved.
Oh. Can you roll your egg?
Each time, the person whose egg and spoon are furthest apart from each other will be out.
Is he wearing the gloveless fingers? Okay. That's good strategy. That's good strategy.
Most of
Is
the
that-
egg has gone over the qualifying line. Oh, it's further.
Oh,
It is further.
that's some greater distance.
That is bold.
Oh, we're making some good like art here, if nothing else.
I hope this doesn't throw you off, but one of your eggs does contain the corpse of Smooth Rupert. That's fine. That's quite right.
Okay, that's good gamesmanship.
Sarah Millican, are you going spoon first?
Is that not allowed?
It's allowed.
Great spoon game.
Oh, interesting strategy. The egg is a more predictable
Yellow is out.
throw.
Sorry, John.
What, I don't get another go?
Nope. Remember, if you don't break your egg, your distance is halved.
Honestly, Alex, I don't understand this one. I was asking John the rules earlier, and he's like the worst person.
Oh, Munya barely got over the line there. Okay. Oh,
I think
Oh, no.
Fern might be in trouble.
yeah.
That has absolutely backfired on you.
Yeah, shell everywhere. Oh no!
Oh my God.
Oh no! No!
It didn't go beyond
Munya.
the qualifying line. We have lost Munya Chawawa.
It,
Unlucky, Munya. Until the gripping finale.
Dara!
that's quality. That's quality play right there.
This is so much pressure.
No, no, no. That's a Dara win.
Yet again, Dara O Briain. He's just very good at this. 5 points to Dara O Briain.
Dara plays games well.
And so to the final scoreboard.
Well, for the first time
Yeah.
ever, all 5 have the same points. No,
What?
nothing like that. No, we have a winner, and that winner has 22 points. It's Sarah Millican!
Sarah wins!
Bravo, Sarah. I just had a terrible feeling that I forgot to hit record on my camera. Thank goodness I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Whew. Man, that episode flew by. It felt super quick, but it was a blast. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that Taskmaster makes me happy. Maybe it doesn't matter who the contestants are. Maybe it doesn't matter what the tasks are. It's just a fun show. But I had another awesome time. I think if there's one weakness with this cast, it's with their prize tasks. I haven't been blown away by the stuff brought in for prize tasks yet, which is weird, because otherwise they're mostly very proficient in the actual tasks. But for whatever reason, their thought process for the prize task, mediocre. Nothing's really blown me away yet, and that's why Sarah can win with the complete works of Shakespeare to hold down a Magnum wrapper. I don't know. I loved the first task, the first proper task in the geodesic dome, the turn on the bubble machine. I love tasks like that where it's just like you just have to figure out what you have. There are items that will do you practically no good, like the markers and the string, although you could use the string if you haven't figured out the remote control. But by now, if you're a contestant on Taskmaster, it's like Dara's wife said, the first thing you should do is remember to check under the table. I get that the pressure of the moment may get to you, and you may miss the writing on things, the stuff that says look down, but look under the table should be like the first thing you do in any task that involves a table. I just feel like that's been proven a winning strategy frequently enough that you have to make that part of your algorithm for playing Taskmaster. So you would have found the remote control, and you would have found the truck, you would have gotten the 2 batteries. The fact that John couldn't find the 2 batteries on the roof rack of the remote control truck blows my mind, but it is John. So we're beginning to understand that this is just how John operates, not rationally. I genuinely think he's trying. I don't think he understands the concept of a time limit, and his thought processes are unlike those of normal humans. And so he does weird stuff, but I don't think it's because he's trying to be funny. I don't think it's because he doesn't care. I think it's just his brain works a little differently. He's wired different from the rest of us. And it's funny. It's funny to laugh at him. I almost feel bad for laughing at him, but it's funny to laugh at him. But yeah, so there were 2 batteries on the roof of the truck. It's a remote control truck, so theoretically there's also batteries in the remote control unit itself and in the truck itself, although you would need a screwdriver, but you could have used the tip of the tape measure as a makeshift screwdriver, I think. I think you could have made that work. Or you could have just looked down and seen the plug. But, man. So what was in there was the other part of the power unit was in the dressing gown, so you would have had to discover that if you didn't look down. The cactus was a complete decoy. Yeah. The little plug sticking up out of the floorboards, man. I probably wouldn't have seen it myself. I think 1 in 5 contestants seeing it seems about right, and I probably wouldn't have figured that one out. But I know I would have found the batteries. And how long can you be looking for that 3rd battery before realizing it's just sitting in the little pocket flashlight next to you? How long before you're really slapping your forehead for making that, just waiting too long to make that discovery? I would like to think I'd think of that quickly, but man, if that took me 5 minutes to figure out that, oh yeah, there's a battery in the flashlight, I'd be doing some serious forehead slapping. The second task, I think I would perform very well. I am a very good packer. For 18 months, I fit all of my belongings into a 40-liter backpack and went around the world and there was a routine to where everything fit into that backpack. I like to think I have a mind for that. I'm very good at rolling things up tightly into compact spaces. I could definitely have gotten the tarp into the laundry basket. I'm pretty sure I could have gotten it into the kitchen waste bin. The bread basket would have been a step too far, but I bet I could have gotten it into that red bin. I don't know what Munya was going on about. I think the Ninja Turtles sewer access underneath the bread box just feels like I don't know. He goes on some weird riffs as an excuse for not thinking through the task very well. Again, John just blows my mind. Like, he picks the absolute biggest container, the big green bin, doesn't take the balloons out of it, but spends 2 minutes just looking at the balloons before deciding to put them back in. And then, honestly, I don't think you could have made that tarp a bigger bundle if you had tried. He just gathered, like, even if you just, like, grab it from one corner and just start gathering it together, I feel like you would have made it into a more compact bundle that would have easily fit into that bin than what he ended up doing. Like, his level of ineptitude, yeah, it's frustrating, but again, I hate to keep bringing up David Baddiel, but when David Baddiel sucked at tasks, it drove me nuts. Just watch my reactions if you don't believe me. And I'm not sure why this is different, because yeah, John frustrates me, but it doesn't make me angry. It makes me laugh, and I could not tell you why. If any of you have theories, let me know in the comments. Why am I laughing at John Kearns when I was screaming at David Baddiel? I don't understand it myself. I just know those are my reactions. That's why I'm doing a reaction channel. Thank goodness I'm not doing an analysis of my reaction channel. I like the wrinkle in that task of all the containers already containing something. So it's just a matter of taking the things you find in the container and putting them into another container. Easy peasy. Shouldn't be an issue. Fern just dumps all her forks and marbles out onto the driveway. Sure, you get 2 points for that because Munya's worse. Well, actually, she got 3 because John and Munya were worse at it than her. But I feel like if you don't get the tarp into the container you said you were going to, why are you getting points when the task is get it into the smallest container possible? I think so much of doing well on Taskmaster is really reading the clue well, because it would be easy to gloss over the fact that you had to keep things tidy in that task. Dara lost a point because the cover to the barrel was on the ground. And I'm not sure I picked up that on the first viewing either, like the first read through of the task. I'm not sure that really registered with me, that everything needed to be tidied back up for all the containers. I would have just envisioned that the container I picked had to be put together. Nevertheless, fun task. I love that Greg mocks the fact that they are basically televising tidying up. And yet it is entertaining. Less entertaining, I suppose, when people are doing it proficiently, a la Dara and Sarah, but super entertaining when people are either complaining about tidying up, a la Fern, or just completely incompetent at tidying up, a la Munya and John. But this is the brilliance of the show. Stuff that you would never think that you would want to watch suddenly becomes really, really entertaining. The right lyrics for a classical song task. I am so musically inept. This would be the if I was ever on Taskmaster, I would be dreading that every day I came in for filming, the next task would be the musical task. And I would almost want to get it out of the way, just like getting the musical question on Only Connect done, finished, forget about it. At least then I can breathe easy, because I can't sing. I have no ability with any musical instruments. yeah, I just feel like I would be terrible at any task that requires me to write a song, perform on an instrument, like do a music video. Any of these things that a lot of the contestants are well suited to would be my absolute downfall. I'd almost just mail it in, take the 1 point, and clear my mind of it. That being said, really good stuff from John. I thought Dara's was better than a 2-point effort, but yeah. Munya I was a little disappointed with, because I've seen a few of his raps on YouTube. I thought they were pretty good and clever, and I was underwhelmed with his performance here. Yes, he got the words in, but I don't feel like he spun much of a narrative, and I don't think the rapping itself was particularly intricate or anything. Nevertheless, so much of musical judging is just personal preference and taste. So, ultimately, whatever Greg thinks, that goes, right? I felt so bad for Sarah, because I totally get the mindset she's in. Just embarrassed to see herself perform. She does not think of herself as musical at all. And, I sympathize with her discomfort, because I would be cringing in her shoes as well. And so, yeah, Greg was generous with the points to her, but hers was actually quite fun and lovely, and introduced a new word to my vocabulary. I was unfamiliar with the concept of the bralette, but no more. So that's cool. And I love the final task. Anything that uses the nappet, I'm a fan of. Visually interesting with the splattered ink of the eggs. I think that's really cool. I feel like if there was some incentive to throw further, like you have to get it over the qualifying line, but beyond that, it doesn't matter how far you go, only that you get your egg and spoon close to one another. But if there was an incentive for, what if the one furthest from the qualifying line also had its distance halved? Perhaps that would change strategy, because everyone was certainly just targeting just past the line, and smartly so, considering what the rules were. But I feel like maybe you could have spread it out a little bit. I'm disappointed I didn't see more people attempting the rolling technique. I think that would have been more successful in the early rounds, before there was a lot of paint already on the nappet that would slow things up. But at least we got to see one attempt. Of course, it failed because Munya tried it in like the third round, I suppose, and got eliminated because he rolled it into somebody else's paint. Super understandable rules, really intriguing strategy. You would think throwing the egg first makes total sense, and that would have been my first instinct too. But upon retrospect, I think Sarah made the wiser choice, because spoons are less predictable in their chosen destination, because they're irregularly shaped, they bounce funnily, whatnot. So throw the spoon, that becomes your target for the egg, as opposed to throw your egg, that becoming the target for your spoon. I think that's the way to do it. But yeah, bravo to Sarah. She had a really strong episode. 22 is a good high score for a standard 5-task episode. Who only had 9? It must have been John. John had another crappy episode. I'm afraid, unless we really prop him up like we did last week, that he's in danger of being overall one of the poorer contestants in the 10-episode format. But hard to say. Who's to know? I mean, he does have the advantage of being in Dara's team for the team tasks, but alternatively, you could view that as Dara having the negative of having John in his team. It'll be interesting to see whether Dara's strength outweighs John's weakness. It's a tall task but time will tell. Man, these seasons go fast. We're already 4 episodes down, 6 to go. I'm having a blast. I can't wait till next week. I'd love to hear your comments about this episode. How would you have tackled the tasks? Do you think the scoring was especially egregious? How would you have scored the classical music round? Do you think we could have fit the tarp into the red waste paper bin? Is there a way to have gotten the tarp into the breadbasket at all? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing full year-round Taskmaster content as of now. We're going to be rolling into a foreign series of Taskmaster after this series concludes. Almost certainly New Zealand Season 3, but there's more seasons of Kongen Befaler out there, Taskmaster Norway. There's other countries that I may tackle, but I feel like I should be doing Taskmaster every week. I really dig my Taskmaster. It puts a smile on my face every time, and there's so much out there to dive into. So, super curious to explore the world of Taskmaster more. So yeah, you should subscribe so you don't miss any of it. And until next week, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.